Welcome to Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On with Janice Formichella. I'm Janice Formichella, a breakup coach passionate about supporting others to learn from their breakups, overcome loneliness, love being single, and see the end of a relationship as the beginning of a magical, sexy new chapter in life. I am here each week to share with you the tools that I have learned through my own painful breakups, through hitting rock bottom more than once, and through working with people all around the world to heal their broken hearts. If you are looking for hope and strength to move on from your breakup and resources to enjoy your new life, you are in the right place, and I've got your back. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode. I'm so glad that you are here. And I'm so proud of you for pushing play on this episode because it must mean that you are getting real serious about your healing and your process and really taking matters into your own hands. So well done showing up for yourself. Journaling is one of my favorite healing modalities. It's something that I have used so much with my clients. It's something that I have used so much in my own life, both for healing and for just general visualizing, for just thinking about my week and looking at the things that are maybe going well in my life, making sure that I share the gratitude around, making sure perhaps that I document special moments and that I have a chance to really recognize how special they are. And I think that it can be really, really great for breakups. I know that it can be really, really great for breakups. And it's been a popular topic on the podcast. I did an episode about this ages and ages ago that has been really popular. And I've got new equipment and I've got new ways of looking at things and I've got new people in my audience. So I thought I would revisit the topic. Before I get into it, though, I want to make sure to mention if you pushed play because you're looking for support, if you pushed play because you're just simply curious about how to heal from a breakup and maybe new things that you could try, I am a coach. I work one-on-one with people to beat their breakup, heal their broken hearts, and move on to an amazing, magical new beginning in life. I have a new program that's called Move On in 3 hours or less. And this is really for someone who knows they have it in them to heal, is just really, really ready to get down and do the work and just bust out. I also have a 3-month program that is the most popular that a lot of people love. It helps to process, it helps to get just feeling better, and then it helps to have support to figure out what's next in life and how to make it happen. All of the info for that is in the show notes. I do free intro calls, and I would love to chat with you about working together. Let's move on to journaling for breakups and 3 journal prompts for your breakup. But let's first talk about why journaling is important and so useful for a breakup. Breakups leave us with things inside. They leave us with racing thoughts. They leave us with sometimes regrets, unanswered questions, some things that were left unsaid. That can be really hard to sit with, can't it? It's really easy to feel as though you're going crazy in the early days after a breakup. That's because there's so much going on inside of your mind and your body that is hard to navigate and cope with and to know what to do with. The very nature of relationships are so intense, and therefore the unraveling of them often is as well. Emotions run deep on one hand, yet really close to the surface on another. Many people experience things that they're really unfamiliar with. Maybe a lot of us are not used to feeling anger or don't know how to cope with it. Maybe really high levels of stress. And this is all due to the weight and the emotional impact and the inability to calm the mind. We aren't used to doing this every day. And therefore, it's really uncomfortable and shocking and confusing. The experience may be even more intense if you feel that your ex has been unfair to you in some way. That is so hard to know what to do with. And that can just sit inside and just bubble and fester. And frankly, it feels awful. And all of this can be worked through internally. You don't need your ex to help you through this. All of this can be healed and processed and set aside without the involvement of this ex. Maybe the involvement of a coach would help, but not the involvement of your ex. Journal prompts can help with this big time. There's no formula for processing the experience, but there are things that you can do to be proactive about your healing. That's what journaling is all about. Taking matters into your own hands, taking action, both mental and physical action. And if you aren't too sure, besides how they can help with breakups, there are many, many ways that journaling can help with our psychological well being. It has been such a hot topic the last few years, and there's a reason for it. First of all, journaling helps to reduce stress. There is a lot, as I said, like bubbling under the surface. And so writing can help release the tension. Next, according to Healthline, journaling may lead to better health outcomes overall. Says their article, Six Journaling Benefits and How to Start Right Now. A 2018 research review suggests that writing about your deepest thoughts and feelings may contribute to fewer stress-related doctor visits, lower blood pressure, improved mood, and greater well-being. In addition, a study of 70 adults with medical conditions and anxiety found that writing about positive experiences like gratitude for 12 weeks was linked to reduced stress and increased well-being. In the same study, after a month, participants reported fewer symptoms of depression and anxiety. After the first and second months, participants reported greater resilience. I love that. And we all need resilience when we're recovering from a breakup, don't we? And the University of Rochester's Health Encyclopedia reads, one of the ways to deal with any overwhelming emotion is to find a healthy way to express yourself. This makes a journal a helpful tool in managing your mental health. Journaling can help you manage anxiety, reduce stress, and cope with depression. Journaling helps control your symptoms and improve your mood by helping you prioritize problems, fears, and concerns, tracking any symptoms day to day so that you can recognize triggers and learn ways to better control them. I do work with some of my clients on daily tracking. Providing an opportunity for positive self-talk and identify negative thoughts and behaviors. I will put both of those articles in the show notes. I think that even giving journaling a try will help ease some of the stress you may be feeling right now. And I just think it will help you feel better about yourself, even just giving it a go. Sometimes it is just the act of showing up for ourselves that boosts our mood and makes us feel proud of ourselves. And that leads to confidence. This can be so important when we are feeling the emotions that come along with breakups. Sitting down and journaling is such a great way to be intentional about walking the walk when it comes to showing yourself how serious you are about doing what it takes to overcome this bump in the road. One of the things I often ask my new clients is how willing they are to try something new in order to advance their healing. Pay attention to this. While it may seem counterintuitive, when it comes down to it, some people really are resistant to the idea of trying something new. And a lot of people will admit it to me, which I think is very brave. This is because it brings with it a whole new level of acceptance that the relationship really is over. There is the mere fact sometimes that doing something new can be uncomfortable, unpredictable, or unattractive, or just that we don't want to do it because it doesn't sound fun. And some of the work to beat a breakup is all of those things. But if you push play today, I would suggest that there is something that isn't working in regards to what you are already doing to try to beat this. Something's not going right. Something's not working. When you get to the point where you are stuck, it's time to try something new. This is a big reason why people hire me as a coach. And it is a big reason I often suggest trying some journaling when people do start working with me. I say all of this to encourage you to not just listen to this episode, but to take notes, replay it, use the prompts. And I hope you will share with me via email or Instagram about how it goes for you. And I also hope you will schedule a free intro call with me while you are listening or right after. This is just a very small taste of what it looks like to work with someone who is so dedicated to you healing your heart and then having the best chapter of your life. I know that a lot of people get so much from the podcast, but this is just really a look at my style and my methodology and my philosophy behind breakups. Working with me just catapults things and almost instantly. Again, the link is in the show notes. All right. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. And when I come back, I am going to give you a bunch of prompts to give yourself closure and peace of mind around your breakup. Welcome back, everyone. Are you ready to get started on your journaling journey? Get a pen and paper. If you are ready to do the work, I've got you. First, I do want to suggest that you do this work with a journal that is set aside and dedicated for regular journaling, healing, visualizing, or coaching work. Get a special pen. When you take the action to prioritize it in this way, it becomes more powerful, more significant. When you do something nice for yourself, such as buy a journal, you show yourself once again how special you are and how much you love yourself and how much you want yourself to succeed. It is also likely that you will stick to your journaling practice more if you have a special book that is waiting to be used. Let's get into it. I have 3 prompts related to breakup healing and processing that I want you to make note of and try. I know that you will feel extremely relieved each time you complete one of these prompts. You will also feel confident about your breakup. You will feel powerful and full of clarity. Please feel free to message me and let me know how it goes. Breakup journal prompt number 1. This is called a letter to your ex. How would you love to tell your ex how you really feel about how things have gone down? How would it feel to unburden yourself fully and release the nagging thoughts racing on the hamster wheel in your head? Letter writing can help with that. You will find closure that so many of you want. You will be really amazed at how powerful this can be, even though your ex is never going to see it or read it or hear about it. So this is how you do it. You simply say, "Dear," and then either your ex's name or your ex's pseudonym, which I do encourage people to adopt. Then you say, "Here's what I really want you to know about our breakup." And then just start writing. Go really, really, really deep into this breakup journal prompt. Save it for a time when you don't have anything else to do and take your time. Some people that I work with spend an entire week blocking out time in their day to write it. I do suggest that people get into the mood to make this letter writing exercise as authentic and meaning as possible. So this may mean putting on some angry, sad, or maybe empowering music. It may mean thinking ahead of time about what you want to really accomplish by doing that. Or it may mean writing a list in the days before of what you want to make sure to include. Or maybe it's just pouring a glass of wine and simply allowing it to just be a beautiful self-love ritual. I have several curated playlists on Spotify that are made for things just like this. I will link them in the show notes. I have some like kick-ass ones. I have some really inspiring ones. I have some soft ones about just knowing that you're going to be okay. I have a self-love playlist. Head over there and follow me on Spotify as well. A lot of people may be wondering now if I'm going to suggest that you burn the letter. This, of course, is up to you. I will say it's in your journal now, and you may want to consider leaving it there. My clients have found that it's more powerful to hold on to the letter. Some of my clients have been in unhealthy relationships that weren't going well for a while. A lot of people felt that they lost their voice in their relationship. A lot of people feel that, like I said, there's things that they never got the chance to say to their ex. And so having a record of it and having this inside of your journal actually makes people feel really strong and powerful. And so I might suggest that you just think about leaving it there. And then you can maybe remind yourself how strong you showed up in this moment and how much you, yeah, stood up for yourself, how brave you were during this time. If you falter or if you start to feel maybe weak or missing your ex, it may be useful to be able to come back and read this letter. So maybe consider all the benefits of leaving it and also just kind of go inside of yourself and do what feels right, whether destroying it or keeping it. Let me know what you decide. Journal prompt number 2, what wasn't working? This is a little different of an exercise. The purpose behind this is that one of the ways to get to a point of acceptance around your breakup is to get to a point of full confidence and knowing that the relationship had reached its expiration date. Things weren't as good as you thought they were if things ended. The relationship may have worked for a while. Your ex and you may have shared good times together. That rings true to me. It may be very painful that you have parted ways. You may really miss this person, but it doesn't mean that it was meant to be. It doesn't mean that your life is in limbo. It means that you are set free of something that wasn't functional. And now you can decide for yourself what is next. But this realization and acceptance takes time. Wow. Using this prompt or this exercise is almost sure to help you get there. If you've listened to this podcast for a while, you've surely heard me touch on this before. So here we go. Start with what I didn't like about this relationship or what I didn't like about being with X. And then just start writing. Maybe make a numbered list or a bulleted list. List every little thing that your ex did that hurt you. List all of the annoying things that this person did. List each time you fought. That may actually be more fun than you'd think. List what little and large things you always wanted out of your partner, but that they never delivered. You know there's some. List the times that they let you down. The places that you found in the relationship to be unfair. Maybe the things you did for this person that went unappreciated. This exercise is how I have come up with the nicknames for all of the exes I mention here on the show. It was either because of discovering themes on my list, as with the ex now known as Waterboy, or simply admitting to myself that something had bothered me as much as it did, as with Laundry Boy. In all cases, I was left with peace over having ended things and also a few face slaps when I thought about how I had kept certain things bottled up inside. You will find relief. But also remember, I'm a positive person. I am a life coach. I love the law of attraction. This may seem surprising to you that I'm trying to encourage you to focus on the negativity. But remember, this journal prompt isn't me encouraging you to adopt a victim mindset. This is a powerful, valuable exercise to help you step into your power, get your true feelings out of your body, and see that what has happened is for the best. I have found that this journal exercise works best when done in an initial sitting to get the ball rolling and then return to over a period of maybe about a week. Some of my clients have continued to work on it, through a month or even through the entire time I've worked with them. Just just to make sure that they write it down, but also so that they know in their next relationship, perhaps maybe what they want to keep in mind or look for. But do give yourself a little bit of time and do get the ball rolling with a list of at least 10 things. Once energy is put into seeing the ways the relationship didn't serve your highest purpose, a lot more is gonna come. Keep the list going, and this will help you stay strong in the upcoming months of healing. You will start to be more and more and more thankful that the relationship ended, and you will know that you're better off. I discovered this exercise. I just started doing it one day when I was actually trying to decide if I should separate from my husband. And so I started it out. I had this cute little like hardcover book that I kept with me, and I would just kind of write little things as they came to mind. And it was very confronting, but it really, really helped me get to a place of peace and a place of knowing that I was going to move in the in that direction. And I kept the list going for quite a while after. And I have a lot of sympathy for myself back then and for someone who stayed in a marriage that was just obviously not going well. It took me writing it down to and having it in front of me to get to that place. And frankly, when I did leave, I felt very, very, very empowered. And I knew that I did the right thing. The next prompt is simply called What I Want for Myself Is. Take a deep breath. You've been through a breakup and it really sucks. This type of agony is a part of life, but it's also something to work toward overcoming and avoiding in the future. And I promise you, if you do work with me, you will find that your future breakups go so much better and that you heal from them so much faster. This is a skill that you can learn. It just takes practice and determination and faith, and it takes thinking about what you really want out of life. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to find a quiet time where you will be uninterrupted for at least a half hour. I would love it if you would light a candle, then close your eyes and think about your future for a few minutes. Maybe put on some lovely music while you do this. Maybe set a timer so that you can really be in the moment. Then start with, when I see myself 1 year from now, I see, and start writing. What does your future look like for you? If you went deep and you could see your future self as happy as can be, what would they be doing a year from now? What would they be doing 2 years from now? Where would this person be living? What does their apartment or house look like? What do your mornings look like? What do your surroundings look like when you open your eyes in the morning? Does your future self have a partner? If so, what does the relationship look like? If you find that you want to go deep into visualizing about your future partner, allow yourself to maybe write 2 different journal entries. We do really, really, really want to get clear on what you just want your life to look like with just you in the driver's seat and get really clear on that before we really think too much about how another person may fit into this. This is your time to design your life and to center yourself. So I would suggest, yes, say if maybe you see a partner or not, but to not get too distracted about what that aspect of your life may look like. What is really magical is if you can create the best life, the life of your dreams without a partner, and then add someone into it. And also remember, a future partner is an option. A lot of people don't see that for themselves so soon after breakup, and I totally support that. But again, let's keep it on you and yourself as the center of your fantasy life. I would love to hear what you come up with from your journal entries, and I would love to help you manifest your future dreams. Please contact me if you would like to go deeper with some one-on-one coaching. I have entire pages full of journal prompts for various goals, from processing to coping with anger to creating your future self that I share with my clients. And I would love to work with you to make the most out of this modality and this crucial time in your life. I cannot wait to hear from you. And with that, I am sending you so much strength for the week ahead. Thank you for listening to Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On with Janice Formichella. I sincerely hope that you found today's episode inspirational or useful. I would love to support you on your healing journey. All you have to do is send me a message on Instagram at Breakups Podcast or email me at breakupspodcast@gmail.com, and I will be in touch to get you started. Remember, if you are struggling with a broken heart, your feelings are temporary. I am sending you so much love and luck for the week ahead. You've got this.